Hey everybody, welcome back to Eat and Talk. I'm Yusra, and today I really want to welcome back a special guest. This is a very full circle moment for me, and I've just really been enjoying this season because I've been able to retouch and recap with some amazing gifted unsung heroes in the community. So let's welcome back Shifty. I was like, what do you want me to call you? I should have asked you that. Right, and I am beyond excited to have met this young man in person. Mustafa. Yes, he's just been such an amazing supporter of Eat and Talk, and I'm really happy to see you today. I'm obsessed with his content, you guys. And I think you guys are really gonna love this episode. It's gonna be really special. So I'll let you guys kind of introduce yourselves with your own words. Let's start with you, and then we'll go. You can introduce, little Shifty.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. My name is Nathan Shefra. I go by Shifty Shefra. I'm the owner of Shifty's Premium Cuts, and this is my second time here. I think it's been about 2 years.
It's been a little over 2 years now, and and it's super exciting. I just want to congratulate you.
Thank you so much.
And we're going to talk a little bit about all of these amazing things that you got going on, why I'm congratulating you. Mustafa.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me here as well. My name is Mustafa Samatar, but my barber name is also Shifty Cuts. So growing up, that was my name. And yeah.
It's big Shifty, I'm little Shifty.
I love that.
Basically.
I love that. Yeah, and for our viewers, how old are you?
I'm 18 years of age.
That's amazing. Yeah. Okay, let's kind of dive into the story. How did you guys meet? It's a really cool story. So, yeah.
We were actually, I think it was January 15th, around that time. I was in the process of rebranding the shop from Ackway Sports Barbershop to Shifty's Premium Cuts. Shout out Ackway and both franchises they got from Uptown and the Egan Outlet. But in the middle of me painting the back wall, he came into the shop. And he was trying to get a clipper fixed, and I kind of was in the rush, so I really wasn't paying him attention. And I looked at the broken clipper, and I'm like you're out of luck, bro. You gotta just throw these one away. And I didn't know his age at the time because he seemed so mature. So I thought I was talking to somebody who was a little older. I didn't know he was a senior in high school at the time.
Wow.
So then I ended up telling him these clippers are done. And I seen the sadness in his face, and I'm like, you know what, bro? You can just have my clippers. At the time I barely was cutting, so then I ended up giving him the clippers. I seen the appreciation in his face, and kind of like how you mentioned the full circle moment.
Yeah.
I remember the time Akeem gave me a free haircut when I ended up trying to run off on a haircut when I was 14. So I ended up inviting him later that week to come in and take walk-ins. And then from there, he became one of the most popular barbers in the North Metro area. So
hell yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Hell yeah.
Sky being the limit for him. So
yeah. And how did you feel in that moment when Nate gave you that clippers, and what were you thinking in that moment?
I'm gonna be honest with you, when he first gave it to me, I was just surprised. I was like, wait, what? You know what I'm saying? But my real emotions came out when I walked out the shop. When I tell you, I was with my friend, but when I tell you I ran to my car and started jumping all over the place, I was just so happy because it was that really meant a lot to me, because the way I had to actually come into that shop, it's a whole crazy story, I can really touch on how it even happened. So basically I was in school, right? So I did haircuts at school once I kind of built myself up and people started trusting me. And I was in the locker room, and I remember I had 5 people, right? I was
you just cut up the homies.
Yes, not even just the homies. Some people who also want to cut too. So I had 5 people waiting, and that's my first ever time having 5 people. I was charging $25 around that time. So I'm like, man, I can't wait to get this money. First person comes around, I try to bulk his hair down, and my trimmer falls. And I'm just like, wait, what's going on? And then, and after that, I was like, I'll just get it fixed, bro. You're good. So I had to leave. So I'm stressed, and my best friend, Yassine, he actually gave me a call. I was like, bro, don't stress about it. Trust Allah's plan, and, something good gonna happen. And me just I didn't really know anybody at Always except a barber there, but I also knew him, knew of him, but I didn't really know he owned that shop. So when I popped up there and I saw his face, I was just like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then we walked up to each other, he told me it's cooked. I couldn't fix the trimmer, so I was like,
I think he was nervous a little.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous too, because I didn't really know him, so I was like, Yeah, I just wanted to give off a good image as well.
Yeah.
But alhamdulillah, like it all ties back to what my friend said to me, you know. So
yeah,
I trusted Allah's plan, and alhamdulillah, that's what got me there.
That's amazing. I'd be wanting to walk up in there too, and I'd be seeing the free pizza and cookies and stuff. I'll be like, let me just act like I need a cut or a little fade or something. It's one thing I could say is like you provide a very welcoming space, you know, and like I have a lot of brothers that I know that like have been to your shop, and what I love, and I wish it was like this with salons. Like we need to step our salon games up as women, because like barbershops, like you guys are really a family, all of you guys like individually, and I think it's so beautiful. So let's kind of talk a little bit about, let's backtrack real quick. So let's talk about how Shifty's Barbershop was born.
So that's actually an interesting story. So Shifty's itself was originally a nickname given to me for basketball, for starting from the beginning. So it wasn't the best, but they called me a Shifty guard, and I ran with that name, changed it to my Instagram ad name, and then I started a food delivery company in 2015, and it started in a barbershop. Like I said,
yeah, you talked about this last time.
So it started into my mentor's barbershop, Akeem Ackway. He actually funded my first $1,000 to start up Shifty's food delivery, paid him back, and from there, around 2017, Uber Eats, Grubhub, Bike Squad started coming out. So I started looking at what are different businesses or ventures that, you know, with the capital I raised up from the food delivery that I could possibly go into. So obviously, with me having such a close circle in the barber industry, it only made sense for me to go into barbering. So in 2018, I graduated with my barbering license. I worked in the barbershop for 2 years. And I actually purchased the Moundsville location at the time was Ackway Sports Barbershop. So January of 2022, I purchased at the time Ackway Sports Barbershop, rebranded it to Shifty's Premium Cut. So that's how we first launched. And actually, we got some exciting news that we're going to be moving the shop about 2 blocks away to a bigger space. And we're actually announcing the grand opening for December 8th of the new Shifty's Premium Cut.
Inshallah,
inshallah. Congratulations. That's amazing. So what's going to be the difference with this new barbershop?
A little bit of a touch, a little bit of a touch of like my own personality, or like what I think, you know what I'm saying? After like my years of experience, one thing that I'm really grateful for is like the mentors I did have in my life, like from, you know, King to other entrepreneurs like Hamza Murdi. He's one of the owners at Go Room, et cetera, et cetera. But a lot of people in my life who kind of had an influence on my entrepreneur mindset. So I kind of want to inscript that into this new Shifty's Premium Cuts, a little more upscale. I'm kind of steering away from the sports barbershop. So I'm trying to go into like more like premium services, premium quality environment. Still like family welcoming and family friendly, but a little more like upscale. So I'm excited to.
I'm gonna have you touch base on that. Like, what does premium mean when you're providing services? What kind of services can we look for? So
personally, what it means to me is I think I like to try to provide, even for my own lifestyle, like a premium lifestyle, premium service. I like barbers to try to give that when a client sits down and they get up and leave your chair, they feel like premium, they feel top quality. It's like the difference of wearing like Walmart shirt to like a Prada shirt, you know what I mean, or something like that. Obviously, it's, you know, a big comparison, but you know, when I try to give that premium experience, it's going to be like high level of quality, high level of like mannerism with our barbers, high level of quality service. So that's what kind of like premium stands for.
I love that. So. And since like you've shifted into Shifty's, like, you know, what's your experience been like? Like, what are some things that you feel like, I mean, obviously you were always really gifted and talented, but like, what are some new like skills that you feel like you've learned, and what makes you unique from other barbers?
I'm gonna be honest with me. So I've literally only have been cutting hair for like 1 year and 3 months now, I believe. So I feel like with the shop that I actually like that I got into, it's like I learned so much about maturity. You know, being around a lot of grown men. It helped me understand more about the game itself and also the business. At first, you know, it was just cutting hair and making money, but now it's like making sure the client feels well. You know, I really like fell in love with barbering as time went by for me. You know, like now it's like I see a walk in. If I have time to take them, I'm always taking them, make sure they feel like the best person in the world, you know?
Because when they feel good, it makes you feel good.
It makes me feel good as well, you know? And I love, like, being able to just, like, you know, live my life and just see people with my work on them. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just kind of like a mental thing that I've been learning. You know?
Absolutely.
I think one thing that does, like, separate Mustafa from a lot of the other barbers is he's not only like a barber, but he's also getting into the path of like content creating. So like one thing that I really admire about Shifty, or like I kind of got into like a brotherhood kind of relationship that I got with him, was that he showed the same like characteristics as somebody who comes into industry and puts his own 2 cents into it. So there's a lot of like things that's going viral with like TikTok and social media reels, and one thing that Mustafa's really good at is like making one situation into like a trending TikTok or a trending.
The younger
reel.
generation, man, y'all be taking over that TikTok. I'm trying to learn. Like it really helps.
He has a very big influence even within our barbershop. With like, there's you know, it might be. I think there was, what's the guy's name, bro? I forgot.
Famous Richard.
What's his name?
Famous Richard.
He's a content creator. You know what I'm saying? He's been on a lot of famous podcasts, but he came in, and with him being like younger in the generation, it made me feel old, but he knew him right away, and he was able to make a great skit out of it, and this and the third. So he's definitely rubbing off with the barbers in that type of atmosphere, and I think the barbers are rubbing off on him with like the same way that older barbers that I kind of looked up to when I first started, like Thomas Fades, Henry Tribes, Cedric Smooth, AJ, Mike Black, Kobe. They're kind of rubbing off him with like helping his maturity level get to, you know, higher levels.
And I'll definitely say like the main reason why I love doing stuff all around is because I want to make sure people understand that barbering is deeper than just cutting hair. You know, it's way deeper. Like it's an art. It's an art. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, being able to make content, being able to cut hair, being able to make someone feel good. It's just the thing that motivates me every single day to keep going. So
that's so creative. Because like, how did you like figure out like content creating works? And like, and I mean, does it work? I'm sure it does, you know, and like, how did you kind of correlate that?
So honestly, for me, like, before even cutting hair, I was kind of already known because of like TikTok. So I was like one of them.
Yeah, that's how I came across
I was one of them lip syncing TikTok boys.
I thought it was Nate. I was on TikTok. I was like, I said not him all over my TikTok, and I was like, wait, this don't look like him.
Yeah. So that's what it was. I was just always like doing a little bit of content. It wasn't really content, but and also growing up, I actually used to have a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? So it feels pretty good to like get back on making content. But I just felt like. I want people to like, I want to rub off on people. I want people to be like my goal is for people to be like, oh, you guys know Shifty Cuts? Oh, he's a great guy. He motivated me to do this. I want to be like a role model to some people who didn't have a role model growing up. Like for me, for instance, I grew up with a single mother. I never had no man role model in my life. So I want to be a role model for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And you definitely are. Appreciate that's awesome. Okay, so like with this new barbershop, obviously like you learned a lot of like skills, things that work, things that don't work. So tell us a little bit about like your journey, some obstacles, some maybe new things that you've learned also.
I would definitely say in the especially last year, it's I've been put in a position where it was this could be like I would want to give advice to young entrepreneurs to not be afraid to go do your own thing in a sense. So like my relationship with my old business partner Keem, he kind of like motivated me or pushed me a little more than I felt comfortable with at first to go branch off.
I remember that with the first time.
So and I'll be the first one to admit, at first I was kind of hesitant. I'm like, man, you know, I never saw myself wanting to have my name on the billboard known for cutting hair. So when I took that leap, I definitely had to like step into the role of certain leaderships within the shop, or you know, so that was like one obstacle I was really grateful for, because I feel like now with this new shop, it's like my own identity a little bit with like what I want to infuse into certain things. So that's definitely like one thing I learned in the last year was like be confident within yourself. Like even for people that do have business partners, like I think that one thing that I was able to start showing was like my ideas I kind of had like hidden in the back that, you know, I kind of wanted to release out. So I'm very excited to be able to. That
leads me to ask is, so with like your brand now, Shifty Premium Cuts, is this something you're going to expand? Are you looking to franchise it?
Yeah. So in the last 2 years, I know since the last time we talked, I actually obtained my instructor license. Okay. So I ended up becoming the youngest licensed instructor in the state of Minnesota.
Congratulations. That's huge.
Yeah, so I'm actually very eager to be able to step into that career field or that work field with trying to open up a barber school, God's grace. So
Inshallah.
I've been working towards that. Hopefully we'll be back 2 months from now talking about the
Yeah.
grand opening for that.
I'm really excited. And
Yeah.
so how does like the process, like this is, I'm asking for someone who doesn't know like the process, like do you have to go through barbering school or can you cut hair without like getting a license, or how does that work?
So to obtain your barber license itself, you have to go to school for 9 months. So it's a 9-month course. It's considered a trade school. And after that, you take a state board exam. It's 100 questions. And then you have to do a board taper, et cetera, et cetera. And then once you pass that, to obtain your instructor license, you have to be a licensed barber for 3 years. For 5 years.
Okay.
Then you can take your instructor license. From there, you're able to take another state board exam, pass, and
Cool.
that's what you're able to do. So
Wow.
a lot more politics with this. So I'm actually excited to collab with you with your upcoming business. I don't know if you want to touch bases on that.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna have my consulting business, Uspire, and so inshallah, we're definitely gonna do things together. You guys are already my inspirations, so I appreciate it. How do you? So like with this, obviously, like it's gonna be. I mean, this is coming from like it's so cool that you have both the knowledge and expertise of like barbering, but you also have like the entrepreneur mindset. Well, which one do you feel? Which one do you like more?
I am definitely more entrepreneur. So like
I could tell, yeah.
So that's why I'm excited to finally have like somebody like Shifty come along. Where it's like he was. I was gonna sound a little sus. He was my other half. Where it was like I was always so intrigued with like the entrepreneur side of barbering. With like how can we maximize profits? What's our best marketing tactics? Like what's some nice events that we can do? I liked the coordinating of our annually anniversaries and et cetera, et cetera. So now I kind of feel happy that I can put that side of me more into the shop where, and this is just my personal opinion. Honest to God, I starting to feel like barbering is starting to turn into more of a self-contracted business. When I mean that, it's more like barbers work in your shop, work under your rules, obviously the house rules, but I feel like a barber who allows, a barbershop owner that allows their barbers to have creative freedom or creative space is lasts a lot longer in the industry,
Yeah.
And that's just speaking from me seeing everybody who I saw growing up that I looked up to.
Yeah, and Minnesota just has like so many amazing gifted barbers, and I think it's like really beautiful to see everyone like going on their own journeys, like that's really dope. And so when, well, I guess I was going to say like, what are some general house rules for like barbering, and what are some things that you feel like really helps you elevate your creative juices?
I would personally say in the owner perspective, I don't know. House rules would be something common, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, no loud profanity when, there's kids around, and making sure your station is clean, et cetera, et cetera. That's what's so important with having a great team. So, I actually have 14 barbers, so it's considered the biggest shop in the state of Minnesota.
Wow.
But it was very important that I at least learned from my mentor at the time, was be hand selective with who you pick.
I was just gonna ask you that. How do you select your barbers?
So nowadays it's social media. So by God's grace, when I purchased the shop, it was a full house, and I was very hands-on with how I interact with the barber. So trying to look at his social media, how does he interact when he comes into the shop? So for example, like Mustafa, when he first came in, he was already interacting. He had the decency to shake everybody's hands. I would like to take a second to give credit to the shop manager, EJ. He actually owns a youth football organization. Shout out Phenom Elite. But having a strong circle. So I have a lot of great barbers in the shop, which I would love to name all of them. But Celeste, A.K. Al, obviously Shifty. A lot of great barbers who make it easy for me to not have to be so hands-on. Yeah. So I feel like once you pick a good circle of team members, it's easy as an owner to not have to like micromanage as much. So
yeah, that's amazing.
I want to hear how Shifty thinks I am as an owner.
Yeah, what you think?
I mean, honestly, I feel like he's a great owner. Like, especially like with our type of connection, like it's like it's deeper than just someone that works at his shop. There's a lot that he's taught me, and a lot that I'm still learning.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that he really helps me like Like, he gives me the type of stuff and tells me the type of stuff that people might not tell me.
Right.
You know, and that's what you want. And the type of, you know, friendship or brotherhood that you have, you want to make sure that they're always keep you on point. And that's one thing I always tell them too. Like, don't ever shy out to tell me anything if anything's wrong or if I'm doing anything wrong. If you ever want to talk to me, just take me and take me away from the shop and we'll talk, you know. But I try to make sure, you know, my integrity is up there, and, you know, I just keep doing what I'm supposed to do, and I just do the right stuff, really.
Yeah. What are some key things you've learned from Nate? And it doesn't have to be like personal private things, but like just general, like.
To be honest, one thing he's definitely been teaching me a lot is what you say really matters. You know, so like, for instance, I'm the youngest person in the barbershop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we joke around a lot.
Right.
And then it's like sometimes the jokes might get a little too deep. And it's like, I already have the mentality where it's like, I'm never going to get too deep because, you know, I don't really think anything's going to get to me like that.
He doesn't want to say it. It's the old jokes. That's what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you feel me? So, so I kind of just brush stuff off sometimes, but, you know, because I feel like silence is, you know, the best thing to have, you know, so.
Yeah, I mean, you holding it down, you the youngest, like, you know, you got to make sure you read your ayatul kursi, you know, envious comes in many forms and jealousy, so I can only imagine, but I think that's really cool that, like, you know, you have, like, a mentor, someone that you can, like, speak to about, and, like, it's hard to stay grounded in such, especially, like, work spaces, but it sounds like it's a welcoming environment.
And also, like, even with, like, you know, the main thing that helps me, too, as well, is, like, I kind of like, I treat it like it's my shop. Like, that's what I love too, you know, like, I love being able to go there, you know, I might see a little bit of extra hair, I'll go ahead and sweep it, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure it looks nice, you know, like, if I treat it like it's mine, one day I might have my own, so I'll be able to.
You will have,
you know
your
what I'm saying?
own,
Inshallah, yeah.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
that's what I like doing to keep myself locked in.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. And I want to be a leader as well. Just because I'm young, it don't mean, you know what I'm saying, I can't be no leader. I try my best to be a leader.
Absolutely. Are you the like oldest, youngest? Do you have siblings?
I have a younger brother and then an older brother, and then I also have 2 older sisters.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. So you got older sisters will help you get set. Yeah, so that's how it is. You know, no, definitely. I really feel like the leader empowerment from you, and that's like really cool. So appreciate I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah. What about like in general, like do you guys, like what are some plans for you guys' shop in like engaging with the community? Like do you guys have any like events coming up in the like future?
We definitely do. So as I stated earlier, that we got the grand opening December 8th. It's going to be from 12 to 3 p.m. We're going to do free haircuts for the community. There's a great guy named Flo. He owns a food truck.
Yeah, we had him on here.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah, so Flo's going to be able to come out, and he's going to be doing free plates for the community. I think he's doing, I'm going to sponsor the first, like, 30 plates.
Yeah.
We're going to be dishing out free hoodies. We got a special guest coming to the grand opening, Yusra from Eden Talk.
I will definitely be there.
Yeah, so we're excited for that. We're going to actually have a 1-year party.
Yeah.
I don't actually, party's not the right word to say.
Celebration.
In case Hoya sees this.
It's okay, we party too.
Right, exactly. So we're going to have the 1-year anniversary celebration. You know, we're announced that it's going to be all black, celebrating Black success. So very excited to be able to bring out other entrepreneurs, highlight their success throughout the night. We're going to be doing a raffle. So if you just show up in attendance, you'll be able to run a chance to win courtside tickets to local Timberwolves games. So we're excited to engage.
Yeah, I never win. I'll be trying.
Oh,
They be
okay.
hanging on me.
Yeah,
But
so
hopefully, maybe in 2024, I'll win.
So very excited to like launch the new Shifty's premium cuts.
I am
inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah.
Near future, I definitely can see us expanding Shifty's premium cuts, or especially coming to like Minneapolis.
Yeah.
So
That's our goal. I really want you in Minneapolis.
Yeah, no, I get that a lot. You know, with like me living downtown like the last 4 or 5 years. Like, why haven't you opened up a shop in Minneapolis? So we definitely, with me having people around like Shifty and EJ, the manager of the shop, I could definitely see us take that type of approach.
But there's so many shops in Minneapolis too, so it's great that you guys are out there.
Exactly.
Like, they need it out there too, you know.
I don't think I would go uptown. Let me say that for the record before I get shot after this. So I think I would be more downtown, but more the quieter side. Like, MCTC type, inshallah, God's grace. But I'm definitely excited for that. And,
absolutely.
Some of the other events we have coming planned for the new shop. So very excited for this grand opening. But
would you ever expand like outside of Minnesota?
You know, I get that question a lot. Personally, I think that's one of the things about me. No shade or no disrespect to anybody who does. I know a couple of barbers who's trying that path right now. Personally, I don't know if I would, just because of my path through barbering was me purchasing a shop from somebody who's worked their way up to make this an established shop already. So the clientele that we've already established there, the people that I know that support the barbershop, and my connections with bringing in barbers, it's predominantly in Minnesota. So for me to get up and relocate, I don't personally see that. Not saying that young barbers don't feel discouraged to go to a different city and try that. I hear that a lot. With a lot of the people who give advice to young entrepreneurs to go to a different city and try. Personally, I don't know with my experience. Or
I think that can work for different industries, but it sounds like for barbering, it's,
I've seen the success. I'd love to give a big shout out to Henry Tribes. He's done it to DMV. And I believe he's in Dallas, Dallas, Texas. And he's a phenomenal guy. He has the heart and spirit of a tiger to go do that. So I don't know personally myself. I'm a Hoyos kid, a mother's kid. So,
I know that.
I don't know if I'd be able to leave my mom permanently. But
absolutely. I love that. Okay, so I need to ask, like, who cuts y'all hair? Y'all cut each other's hair? Y'all cut your own hair?
This is Shifty.
Okay, this is the Shifty Premium Finance right here.
So
okay.
I'm his barber.
Okay, that's what's up. You did a very good job.
Appreciate
How about
that.
you? You cut your own hair?
I've tried it before. It was actually pretty good, but I actually get my haircuts from other people sometimes.
Okay,
so,
cool. I always wonder that because I'm like, I wonder how our barbers very particular about like who cuts their hair, and y'all cut your own hair. Like how y'all see the bag?
Sorry to interrupt you. I think they say barbers are the worst clients.
Yeah,
I think that's what they say. That
no,
when I tell you,
I heard that's true.
I think he has a lot of horror stories.
Yeah, when I tell you. Yeah. He's the worst client to have.
He is, yeah.
I swear,
he be trying to fix his own stuff
bro,
or whatever.
He would grab a comb saw or something. Hold on, wait, bro. Do this.
I got a beard coming in, so I'm trying my best.
I see the beards right now. That's what's up. Okay, and then also like I want to hear like who are like the cooler people that you guys have cut, like that you just didn't expect. Like I want to hear from both of you because I know you've had a long experience. Like
honestly, I might have had a longer experience. I think he got me beat on this one.
But
already.
he's had a cooler experience, low key.
Yeah, the people I've cut who I would highlight would be Jaden. Oh yeah, shout out Jaden McDaniels. You feel me?
Yeah,
he's doing big things. He just signed a huge contract for the Timberwolves. Great guy. We actually got a cool connection. I cut Malik Beasley. So those are the two athletes I think I've cut that.
That's what's up. Yeah, and I seen you. First of all, you got the Somali game on chokehold. I've been seeing you cut up like all these Somali singers and rappers. Like, how has that been?
It's been great. So, alhamdulillah, thankfully, I've cut up black charcoal. Yeah. And the way we actually met was, he was at the fair and I just saw him. And me, what type of person I am, I'll walk up to anybody and ask them if they, would want a haircut from me. And I just do that because why not? If somebody says no, next person. Yeah. So thankfully, he actually said yes. And he told me people actually told him about me before he came in. So I was amazed by that. I was like, wait, you know what I'm saying? So alhamdulillah, that was great. Yeah. I've also cut up 3-1 and 100 bands. Great guys, honestly. And the story and how I even got that was crazy. Like, I went to the event and everything. I tried to get him backstage.
The Small Museum?
Yeah, it was 2 days, right?
Yeah,
the first day I went there, I tried to get him backstage 3 times. I get kicked out all the times, right? But the 4th time I went, I was actually let in because somebody who stopped me actually knew me and he put in good word for me, and I was able to set up my day for the second day to be able to cut them up. So that's another thing I love about myself too. Like I don't stop, when I can't do something or like when it doesn't go my way, because I see failure in a whole. I don't even count that as failure, I see it in a whole different type of way. But I've also cut them up, and then recently I actually cut up my first ever NFL player, Najee Thompson.
Oh, congratulations!
So alhamdulillah, the video is actually gonna be posted real soon. Ooh. I believe either tomorrow.
Okay.
But yeah, it was another interview and stuff like that. Yeah.
So do you like record your own videos? Like you set up?
I have a videographer actually. It's my boy. It's like that's my guy, man.
So
we
you
actually
your own little team here.
It's my guy Sergio Films. Great guy. Like we both just graduated school together. You know what I'm saying? We both went into entrepreneurship. And having a brother like that to be able to go into all this stuff with, and I want to make sure like no matter what type of success I get, he's gonna get it too, and he thinks the same exact way. So alhamdulillah, it's been great with that.
I love that. That's brotherhood. That's amazing. Yeah. Mashallah. Well, this has been an amazing interview. We always like to end it with what's some. I know you've already dropped some gems and advice, but like what's the last piece of like valuable advice or anything else that you want to add that if I missed that I didn't ask, but what's the last piece of advice that you have for those who are watching?
I would say from my past experiences, don't let adversity stop you. So no matter what comes your way, just put your faith in God, put in the hard work, and there's gonna be brighter days. So never let adversity stop your shine. And 100%. I think one thing, sorry, I would want to touch up on the last thing is like, not every relationship that you have with somebody that you guys have a disconnect has to end in bad terms. You know, absolutely. I'm a big believer, like, sometimes certain people are brought into your lives to teach you certain valuable things. So, like, I always was taught, like, never burn a bridge. Always stay yourself, stay true to yourself, you know, and by God's grace, everything will come 360. So
100%. Some very valuable advice. Thank you.
For me, I definitely say be stronger in your faith, because with faith, like, your whole mindset's a different thing. Like, your life is just different, you know. So with that, you know, just stay motivated, you know, keep a tunnel vision type of mindset, you know. And I feel like with life, it's all about your mind, just literally all about your mind. One thing I actually did, because when I was playing basketball at a young age, the main thing that I took from all of these tryouts, whatever it is when your body fails to work, your mind pushes it to work. You know what I'm saying? So that was the best thing I ever took, and alhamdulillah, it pushes me every day to, you know, be able to get where I want to be. So
yeah, I love that. Well, stay grounded, both of you. As you guys grow tremendously, it's easy to get lost in the sauce. So remember your own advices at the 100%, end of the day. 100%. You know, always come back to this video and be like, yeah, let me rewind it real quick, you know, if you ever feel like, you know, your feet is getting off the ground. But I just really want to say I'm so proud of you guys. Appreciate, you know, mashallah. And like especially like, you know, Nate, like I said, just couple years ago, I mean, you're still young, but you were young, and you know, life was just so different. So like seeing you here, you have a mentee, you have your own brand, you have your own shop, you're learning your personality, you're still growing and discovering, and really excited to see like where the future holds both of you guys.
Inshallah.
So
appreciate that.
I will be there inshallah for all your ups and downs, wherever it is. You know, we're gonna go through this, and
grand opening December 8th.
Grand
see
opening.
Everybody there.
Yes, sir.
You got to tell them like where is that, where can find you, social media is like, and we'll make sure that we also add that on our YouTube and our Instagrams and everything. But yeah, where's your shop? What's your social medias? Where can they find you? How can they book y'all? Yeah.
The new address is gonna be 2537 Mounds View Boulevard. Grand opening December 8th. Free haircuts from 12 to 3. Free food catered by Flows. It's gonna be 50 free plates. 30 free hoodies are gonna be passed out. First come, first serve. Hope to see everybody there. Instagram name Shifty Shefra.
Yeah, he copied me with the Instagram name. My Instagram name is Shifty Cuts, but it's not an I. It's SH1FTY Cuts. And yeah, that's how you can really find me. So.
Yeah, well,
and big Shifty, I'm little Shifty.
Yeah, we'll tag you guys both. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Appreciate you.
And we look forward to seeing you welcome back in the future.
Inshallah, inshallah.
All right, thank you.